Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, September 14th. And we got some showers out there this morning. They'll be moving from west to east across the area, and they'll end around 9 or 10 o'clock in the west and around noon across the southeast part of the state. They shouldn't add up to be much, maybe a tenth of an inch or so here and there, but mainly trace amounts to a few hundreds. If we look at our headlines for today, again, a few morning showers, and then we'll see sunshine this afternoon. And with that sunshine and that kind of polar high pressure system moving in, we'll have much cooler conditions today with highs only in the upper 60s across the north and the low to perhaps mid 70s across the southeast part of the state. And then tonight with clear skies and calm winds, temperatures will drop down into the 40s, I think, in all locations. And some of those colder areas, Tustin and Luther, up towards Harrison, Reed City, Clare, you could have some local areas drop into the 30s. I don't think we'll see any frost, but it could be a close call in a spot or two. And then for tomorrow, lots of sunshine, nice conditions, highs in the low 70s. It'll be just a fantastic day, and that day will carry over into Friday. I think we'll start off with lots of sunshine, temperatures well into the 70s on Friday, but then our next weather maker will bring a chance of some showers, maybe a thunder shower Friday night into Saturday. Right now we don't expect any strong storms whatsoever, but some areas could pick up some locally heavy rainfall, but overall this system doesn't look too impressive. Looks like mainly around 1/4 of an inch of precipitation, maybe 1/3 of an inch, but we'll keep an eye on that. If we look at the normals for the day, our normal high is 73, the normal low is 49, and a year ago on this date we had a high of 77 and a low of 48 with no precipitation. As far as conditions around the area, yesterday we had high temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. A few locations picking up some rain. London picked up 0.12 of an inch. 700s at Brown City. Then other than that, mainly trace amounts here and there. If we look at the conditions around the area this morning, temperatures in the upper 50s to the low 60s, mid 60s down in far southeast lower Michigan, but again, certainly not too bad out there. Obviously, Middleton not at 78. Their system is down right now. If we look at the wind flow, the surface wind flow, you can see the winds are primarily now out of the north, and that's going to bring that cooler pattern here over the next couple of days. If we look at the satellite view this morning, you can see some of the showers and thunder showers developing on that front. But again, most of those will stay off to our south. But you can see in the kind of a lighter shading here across Wisconsin, that's actually the leading boundary of some of the polar air mass. And that's why we got a few showers out there that'll come through the area today. But again, they'll quickly move off to the east, and the rest of the afternoon should see plenty of sunshine. And you can see our tropical system down here across the Carolinas that's bringing pretty heavy rainfall to that area. If we look at the radar across the Great Lakes, you can see some of them showers moving across the area. And again, they should pretty much be out of the area here over the next 6 hours. If we look at the next slide, you can see the soil conditions. We have plenty of mild temperatures and things are pretty moist. Still dry over at Marlette, and beginning to draw out a little bit. If I can point to that here in Breckenridge, we have a reading of 58, and that tells us that things are still wet, but they are certainly a little bit drier than they were just even yesterday, and we'll continue to see that dry out here over the next few days. But again, plenty of moisture at most of the soil depths. If we look at the next slide, you can see the 20-year history across Breckenridge. This is the third warmest growing season we've had in the last 20 years. So as we talked about as early as late last fall and through the winter, that this would not be a year where we'd have to be concerned about the amount of growing degree days, but rather the timely moisture. If we look at the next slide, you can see our weather map this morning shows that cold front now extending off to our south. And again, that'll continue to move off to the east here over the next couple of days, and will be replaced by high pressure. And our next weather maker is out here in the plains, and again, it'll be moving off to the east, and that'll bring another front through the area Friday night, and we can look at Friday morning's map, and you can see that area of low pressure up towards Minnesota, still well off to our northwest. So Friday, much of Friday looks pretty nice, with only a chance of showers moving in very, very late in the day, most likely at night. So hopefully some of the football games around the area will get through it without any rain, but again, we'll continue to monitor that as well. If we look at the next slide, as far as precipitation over the next 7 days, you can see the bulk of the precipitation from Texas up into Oklahoma and parts of Kansas. And of course, our storm tropical system across the southeast states could bring some very heavy rainfall near the shores of the Carolinas and northern Florida into parts of Georgia. If we look at the extended outlook as far as temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days, you can see warm across much of the area. And as far as precipitation, it looks like it'll be dry next week once we get through this rainfall Friday night and Saturday. I think we have a pretty dry and warm period for much of next week, so that should allow a lot of edible bean harvest activities to continue. And then I think if we're looking for colder air, it could be towards the end of September. We're having quite a few signs that says we could have some mighty chilly air coming in towards the end of the month. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.